Coming in today, we have an MMA T Company fight preview. One of our sponsored athletes, undefeated amateur Dylan Harnish, 2-0, is going to be fighting Alan Liu for 247 Fighting Championships in Pittsburgh on November 28th. I have Dylan here with me today. Dylan, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Last time we talked, you were out at Team Alpha Male. You were itching to get back in there. You took that boxing fight, and now MMA is starting to open back up in Pennsylvania. So, what are your thoughts about fighting again for the 247 guys?
It got cut short the last time. I didn't actually get to fight for them, but it'll be nice to be out there getting to travel. Kind of feeling something different as opposed to fighting close to home and in my territory. So I'm going into enemy territory.
Now, is this the first time that you've traveled this far for one of your fights?
I fought at the 2300 in Philly, but Pittsburgh's about 6 hours from me, so yeah, it's definitely the furthest.
Okay, and do you know your opponent? Is he a hometown guy? Is he going to be having a lot of fans, rough and rowdy out there?
Yeah, I think he's from out that way.
Okay, so going into his territory, nobody's really fought MMA for a while. What are you feeling going into this fight? How do you feel, physically, mentally? Where are you at right now?
I feel great. I'm just excited to be back. I don't think any of it is going to feel real until I'm actually there in the cage. I can't get my hopes up too high because I was there on fight day last time before it got canceled. So, I'm ready to get in there, and I'm just lucky to be back. There's not a lot of people that are fortunate enough to be able to do what they want to do. So I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, and you are also fortunate in the sense that there's not a lot of amateurs who are getting fights right now, right? Pennsylvania, especially, is a pro-heavy state in terms of who is being allowed to fight MMA right now. You're 2-0 now. Going in and fighting this guy, so it still can't be advanced amateur rules. So does that change your game plan? You fight amateur now, and then when you go to advanced amateur, does that change anything for you?
Yeah, for sure. In regular amateur, everyone I fight is going to want to be a wrestler. So you just got to avoid getting taken down for 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 3 minutes might not seem that big of a difference, but it for sure is. I just got to stay on my feet, and he's going to want to come out and take me down. I just got to keep it standing. It gives me less time to finish the fight, but I still see myself getting a finish. And then advanced amateur, if I get taken down for a minute, I could pop back up and still have 2 minutes, and that's a whole amateur round for me to win the round. So it's definitely a big difference, and I look forward to competing advanced amateur after this fight.
Yeah, and the rounds themselves, 2 minutes, like you said, is no time, but that extra minute, is a world of difference. Now, with the 2 minutes that you have, do you feel like you're in pretty a good enough shape that you can kind of just go balls to the walls for those 2 minutes and let it all out there for all 3 rounds?
Yeah, I think I'm in good enough shape to go 5 rounds or 5-minute rounds or whatever, anything. Cardio's never really been an issue of mine. But for the 2 minutes, you got to give everything you have. If you end up going to the decision and you're not dead tired after that fight, then there's something wrong. It's only 6 minutes. You got to give everything you have in a 6-minute fight. Like, there's no excuses to not give everything you have. You shouldn't feel like you didn't give everything you had after that fight.
Yeah, and that is something also that I think judges look at in amateur fights is they are so short that in a pro fight, a takedown and somebody pops right back up, they may not score that as a takedown. But in an amateur fight, like, you pretty much have to have your hips under you at all times. If your back hits the mat, there's a pretty good chance, especially in Pennsylvania, that the ref's going to give that round, to the other guy. So is that something that you're actively kind of like drilling and training, making sure that he doesn't get in on your legs or put you against the cage?
Yeah, I'm confident in my takedown defense. I just recently went to Team Vicious in Williamsport, and I was working with Anthony Cachera. He was Art of Wars champion. He has really great wrestling. So, going there, working stuff with him off the wall, off the cage, it just boosts my confidence even more. So I'm ready for wherever the fight goes.
And you said you're going to get a finish. Now, I got to see you finish somebody at an Art of War fight before. You like to stand, you like to put people to sleep. And you said you see that happening here as well. Do you have a round that you see that coming in?
Generally, I start off a little slow. I'm able to still win the first round, but I like feeling it out, getting the tempo of the fight. And my last 2 fights were second round finishes in the boxing fight, my last MMA fight. So you might as well keep the streak going and go for a second round knockout.
All right, second round it is. And before I let you go today, I just want to open the floor up to you. Shout outs to any training partners, any, friends, family, sponsors, anybody that you've been working with lately. The floor's yours to do that.
Michael Grybos is fighting the same night I am. That he was supposed to fight in March. I think that'll be the first heavyweight fight in 247 history, so that's exciting. Eric Strasser and Lauren, that's who's going to be in my corner. Lauren has some stuff coming up that's not announced yet, and Eric just competed last weekend in a grappling tournament, and they're going out of their way to make sure we're all ready for the fight. So I'm just really excited to put on a show and represent Midworld Martial Arts. It's kind of a new gym. Eric went over and did his own thing, and we've had a good resume so far. So I like to keep that going.
Awesome, Dylan. We're looking forward to your fight. We will, be rooting for you. Looking forward to seeing you put this guy to sleep in the second round, like you said. 247 Fighting Championships out there in Pittsburgh in November. Dylan, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.